Hi everybody! I'm just going to turn off my volume a little bit because I can't hear anything, I can't hear myself. If I can't do that, how will I speak? Anywho, welcome to Rome Total War 2 Emperor Edition. So we are going to play this one. I've already started a little bit. I've played some runs just to see how it's going to go. What we're going to play is the Ardiani. I don't know how they wrote it, but it's actually Ardiani. This is what I already achieved as them. You see, I've conquered all of Italy, I've started taking Gaul, I've conquered like far north, I've taken Apollonia from the Spartans. If you're not familiar with these kind of games, Total Wars are massive strategic games. Grand strategy games, I don't know how they call them. Anyway, I'm going to start with the Ardiani and work my way up on the Grand campaign. I'm going to go, I initially played very easy because the Ardiani are very weak, but I'm going to go into normal just for the stream and for you people to watch, because if I go very easy I might just conquer the whole world. Like this I'll have a challenge. If you ever played a grand strategy game, especially if you've played in Total Wars, you will whatever faction you get, there are some modifiers. And now I'm playing the Illyrians because I'm Albanian, and we say that we have ancestry from the Illyrians, something like that. And that's why I'm playing. But actually, when you really look at the modifiers that the Illyrians have, they kind of suck. Like, they have a lot of pirating and expert seafaring. Those are good things, yes, but if you start with neglected land, -20 wealth from agricultural buildings, that's horrible. And especially, I'm not going to start any pirating at all. I will create a lot of ships, yes. I might protect my the seas that I will control, yes, but like, I'm not going to pirate a lot, and one recruitment slot more won't help me anything. We also have rapid campaigns, so this is horrible for the Balkans because I've chosen the Balkan sphere. It is horrible because sometimes you, when you create a big empire, you don't have enough time to create armies from scratch, so you just hire a lot of mercenaries. And but promise for loot, so recruitment cost is half that what it is from upkeep. So it's actually better in this way, because I usually don't keep mercenaries for a long time. I just hire them for one turn or something, and then I'll just use them against whatever force I'm fighting. Let's start here, and I'll explain more. There will be a little prologue at the beginning, so I'm just going to let that play for any of you that haven't played the game yet. So we're gonna have fun. It is loading slowly because we're streaming. I think that's what it is. But anyway, I swear my computer is very strong. I can just imagine this will become a bloodbath after a while.
Your people make their living from the sea, and it is by sea that your power will spread. You have prospered by exacting tolls from the vessels of others, but this has earned you enemies. The Dalmate to the north are hostile to your raids upon their shipping. Should your struggle with them erupt into war, you may find an ally in the Daorsi, who are no allies of the Dalmate. Across the sea lies Rome and the Etruscan League. They will not stand by whilst your influence in the Adriatic grows unchecked. So prepare for war. To the south, the archaic powers in Greece squabble relentlessly with one another. In time, your power will eclipse them all. The sea will lend the RDI access to every corner of the world. All shall know your power.
Let's begin. So there are some objectives. This is the first. Ascend to my bold undertakings. So what we are supposed to do is completely control two provinces, either by direct ownership or through military alliances. There are of course bonus objectives, and I'll get this treasure, 250. I don't know how they're called. I'll just go on gold coins, gold. Anywho, there are something to notice, because when the Romans conquered land, they usually divided them into provinces, so that the prefectures could control provinces, and it would be easier to govern than just unstoppable, unending, unbordering piece of land. So this is the faction overship map. This is the more strategic map. And as you can see, this is a province in itself. It's called Illyria. This is a province where I am situated. So this is my settlement. So every settlement does have its own borders. So if I take this, I will have this settlement, these borders I will expand. But like, I need to take all of these to control the whole province. So Illyria, then we have Macedonia, Thrace, Pannonia, Dacia, Italy, Cisalpina, anywho, Magna Graecia, Hellas, and others. So I'll have to take these two provinces to control the whole of Illyria, which I will, because they are the easiest factions right now. There are some. I've got like 4,000 gold, and incoming predicted income next turn 1,351. So I will gain that gold. The year is 272, and it's summer. We are going to be building. We're going to upgrade our farmstead into a village, and we're going to upgrade our port into a harbor. These are. Actually, we're not going to do that. This is free land, undeveloped land, so we can't expand or build new buildings. And we are going to expand the city. As you can see, it expands right here, just from the ground. And then we can build various buildings, like a well, a sacred enclosure, artisan's lodge, a craftsman's lodge, enclosed land, and pit mine. These can be upgraded to create different buildings which give us different options and troops. We're going to create the artisan's lodge first, because it gives us the way to create Illyrian levies. We're going to build that first, and then we're going to continue. After, you can see this is after 2 turns, and after 3 turns, these 2 will be upgraded. Oh, and this one will be built. This one will be upgraded. Anywho, then we have technology. So we have 2 trees. We have the military tree and we have the civil tree. And before you unlock the main branches, you have to upgrade this simple foraging and Celtic field system. The Illyrians in this game are beheld as barbaric and Celtic, So they have these technologies. The Greeks, the Egyptians, the Romans have different systems of technology and technology trees. But the Illyrians have this one. I don't think there's a difference. I haven't played with the others, but anyway. We're going to go with the military tree because I'm going to be conquering Delminium and Yader first. So I'm not going to do any diplomacy with these, and this is where this button comes in, the diplomacy tree. So first, I'm not even going to trade with the Greeks or anything because that's futile. They will declare war anyway, and some of them will cease to exist after one turn or two. So it's without any point. I'm going to take my ships. You can also have ships, as I said, and I'm going to be traveling to Iadar. Yes, and I'm going to be pirating. After this tells me that next turn the boat will reach its destination, but right now we will be waiting.
For the tribe!
Now my general is a 3/3/3 on everything, on authority, cunning, and zeal. He has commander's effects. These are his commander's effects. 10 resistance to foreign occupation, plus 10 numbered battle captives, and forces effects. The forces he controls have these effects: public order from characters, and moral for all units. And he has no stance, and he's situated in a garrison right now because he's in Epidamnos, and his name is Bardulis. So there are some buttons under the army. This is the stance. You can have different stance to fortify, stance to ambush, and stance raiding. When you're in an enemy province, if you select raiding stance, you get money, turn-based money, so you get money every turn. Turn-based money, what am I talking about? If you are in an ambush stance, if someone attacks you, you have advantage over them. And a fortified stance, you also get an advantage over them. As you can see, you can stop the video and read all of them. Then you have the army view, which we are right in here. The army view tells you what kind of soldiers you have in this particular army. We have slave slingers. These are missile troops, so they can fire at enemies. You have to protect these because they don't have enough armor. Then you have the Illyrian spearmen, just generic first level troops, who are not very strong, but you can finish some wars. You can conquer some land at the beginning of the game. These are very weak by the ending. We've got the Illyrian cavalry, useful force if they can come to blows with the enemy. These are very weak against spearmen, but they are very strong and very agile against missile troops, who I will show you in battle. You've got the details of a soldier. So if the army makes tradition, if the army levels up, you can add traditions. So can you with a general, and if you have some kind of agent in place in the army, he can also level up, and you can also add skills to him. Now we've got the recruit units. Because we don't have any buildings in this province that enable us to build different units, we can only build the spearmen, the Illyrian spearmen, which is nice, and we're going to use these Illyrian spearmen to conquer anyway. Every turn you can train 3 troops at a time. Like if you want 4 troops, you have to stop. Now, if you build some specific buildings, they can enable you to train more troops at like 4 or 5 units in one turn, but we sadly don't have any of those, so we can only train 3 troops. And then you have the hire mercenaries. Now you can hire mercenaries and use them the turn you can hire them, you can use them at that turn. So they are very powerful when someone is attacking your city, or you have an army but you need a little bit more support to take a city or fight an army. So you just hire 3 or 4 of them and defend or attack your enemy. Defend yourself from your enemies and attack them. Anywho, so that's the stand. So I think we can end turn here, and we'll see what happens next level. We're going to sit 2 or 3 turns and see what our neighbors do, and see if we can attack them. So our neighbors are not training any troops, which is is good for us, because if we can conquer the city very fast. And there are differences between settlements and cities. This is a settlement. A settlement has limited has only 4 slots to build buildings, while a city has 6 slots. And of course cities have higher economies and are stronger to defend and are better to have. And I don't know why the Ardiani begin with a settlement, not a city, but whatever, I can't change the game. So taking a city very fast is a great way to pump up your economy and your military might. But of course you have to fight to take it, which is hard. So the Ardiani begin with a champion. Now the champion is an agent. You have 3 different kinds of agents. You can see here recruiting agents. You have spies, which we can recruit, but I'm not going to because they are very expensive. We have dignitaries, and we have champions. And we have a champion here, Verzo, and a champion can help train your troops, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do this. You have 2 ways. You have military surveillance that slows or stops the target army, preventing them from reinforcing their allies and additional effects. So this is like when you're traveling in the main map, you might stop an army, attack the other, and then attack the army that you've stopped, so that they can't gang up on you. And assassinations, you can kill the enemy general, and if you kill enough generals, if you kill the strong generals, the weak generals can't attack you the same way, so you have a bigger chance of winning. So there are 3 methods of assassinations: single combat, marksmanship, and slaughter. They all have their percentage points. This one has 11 percentage point, but I'm actually not going to assassinate him because I'm not trying to start the war. I'm just going to startle them into it. So I'm just going to my champion is going to travel here, and next turn is going to travel to my army.
Come, fight for us, lads.
And turn. I actually forgot to put it on piracy stands, but anywho, we'll see. We'll do that next turn. So I finished
For the tribe.
So here is how you change the stance. It has double time, which greatly increases navigation range at the cost and severe offensive penalties, as you can see. Patrol, a boat can patrol a certain area that you want to protect from pirates or enemies. And of course raiding, which I'm going to put it right in, and it's going to get me some money. I have 12 soldiers. attacking in winter is always a stupid idea, always. So I'm not going to. I'm going to wait winter and create some Illyrian levy, because we are able to, because we just build the Artisan's Lodge. And if we upgrade the Artisan's Lodge, as you can see, there are 3 new upgrades to the lodge. You have the bronze workshop, which I am going to upgrade the bronze workshop because it gets us Illyrian raiders and levy. You also can make a horn maker. You can build a horn maker, which gives us public order and money, but I need soldiers right at the beginning. And you can create a coin maker, which gives you 100 wealth. So this one gives you more money, but it's you should use it somewhere, someplace else when you have a bigger empire, because I don't need a lot of money right now. We need to add a new technology, a civic technology, so we can open this tree. As you can see, there are a lot of factions at the top middle. You see there are a lot of factions that are playing right now. So there's a shortage of food, and our people are struggling to eat, and just a generic shortage of food, because I created this. So I might yes, I have to. And now I'm going to attack. I have 15 units in this army. So let's attack. We have to do this and go.
I
Now you
welcome
have
you,
many
worthy speaker.
options.
I listen because your
for
people are known
diplomacy.
to have honor.
First is join a confederation, which the likelihood of success is very low. You can only do this to close kin, and I'm close kin with the Daorsi. You can go into a defensive alliance, and on aggression pact, join a war against someone that they are at war with, which is these people, the Skordiski. You can declare war, which we are. You can enter a military alliance. Trade agreement, we trade our resources. I am actually importing lead right now. We can ask them for military access, or grant them military access, or we can make them break trade agreements with someone that they have trade with, or we can ask them for some payments. We're just here to declare war. Yes. So we're just going to attack that dominion right away.
The way is shut. Warriors all!
They've got 1,300 troops in there. So we are, as you can see, this is the starting battle map thingy, and it says how strong our forces are and how strong our enemy forces are. You can see I have no reinforcement, I have 0, but the deployed troops I'm going to deploy on the city or on the battle is 1,620, while the enemy force, which is situated in the city, is 990, and they are being reinforced by 660 because they have a garrison troop. Now every city has their own garrison troops, and they have even Illyrian hoplites, a level 2 soldier. So this is the battle deployment, what we are going to do. So this is the strength of your force, and this is the strength of the opposite force. This meter is very misleading sometimes, because like if I fight this battle, I know I will win this battle because the tactics I will use and the way I will fight the battle, I'm 100% I will win. But if I go into the city, literally get into the city, the defenses will stop me. So I'm not going to attack them. So you have 4 options. You have the continuous siege option, which we can continue the siege, and this is the number of turns they can hold the siege, how much food they have inside the city to hold the siege. We have the auto-solve assault, which if the meter is very high, I can just auto-solve it and not be bothered to fight the real battle. Then you have the assault, and the real assault, like you can see the soldiers fighting and all, or you can retreat and break the siege. So we're just going to continue the siege for now, and waiting 3 turns. So, just this food shortage. You can see these skulls that appear up here. These skulls represent that our soldiers are taking, some soldiers are either deserting or dying, and it's in both armies. So even this is happening to the enemy soldiers. And we'll see what happens next turn. So we'll end the turn.
I have the power.
So we researched the Celtic fleet system, but as you can see, our garrison is don't have enough food. So our garrison and our army, the glory of Vidasus, is having soldiers lost, and the food shortage continues. So I have to hire a. So just a second. I need to see my objectives. Spy reward. I'm not going to hire a spy because spies are very expensive and I need the money. So the first thing from any troop we're going to research is this one, because it allows me to do bronze forge, and we're going to do this one and then others. And this is a spear training. It gives agent recruitment costs, lower agent recruitment costs, and recruitment costs for all army units. So it's a great way to start the technology tree. And we're going to actually hire or raise a new force. We're going to do this one, raise army, and we're going to use. Now you have three kinds of soldiers you can use as the general force. You can use Illyrian cavalry, which Bardulius has. You can use Illyrian noble hoplites, and then you can use Illyrian hoplite. Noble hoplites I use for every second army because they're the best at the melee fight. So I'm going to do this.
Warriors all.
So Anna Eus is the second general, and I'm going to be hiring some soldiers.
Fight for us, lads.
And if they stay one more turn, I can
Ready
take
for
him
orders.
and put him here and have more soldiers. Just a second. As you can see, we have faced some, not a lot, but you can see some meters going a little bit black. But because they have been in a garrison, a lot of them have taken some fatigue, some hit. So we're going to keep them under siege. So as you can see, Verso, our champion, has skilled up. So he has traits like he's a gift of the gab. This man speaks well, appealing to the hearts and head. But also he has a war mastery, a person who inspires loyalty and valuable treasure and its effect. So we can add new ones. I always add champion to champions, and partisan to spy, and paragon to delegates. So champion, and we can end the turn. I have a part.
Our struggle will end badly and with little honor for anyone. My elders suggest peace. What say you?
know then. As you can see, I'm losing a lot of soldiers of this hunger.
Warriors all.
Let's. If we put an army close to another army that is sieging or
You
fighting,
have further orders?
that army will support the other army. Yeah? And you can see this right here. You see? They are the blades. They are the reinforcing army. So now the meter has changed drastically because a lot of their soldiers have died because they were under siege. But I'm not going to attack the city for one more turn, just to be safe that either if they attack me they will lose 100%, or they will just give me the city without any fights, so I don't have to lose any army, any soldier. So we're going to keep them
Besieging settlement.
and end this turn. Maybe they'll fight us, maybe, but
Bards far and wide. No
usually
rival.
don't. And if you win the war, if you win a war without any fights, it's amazing. Now, because the meter is very, very high, if I would have played myself, if I wouldn't been streaming this, I would have just auto-solved the battle. But I'm going to fight the battle because this is our first battle, and auto-fighting it is stupid. And I should never forget to save before a battle, but of course I'm crazy and stupid. Anyway, we are fighting the Daoris. Daorsi. I don't know. Ancient languages. I think this is a river. I was pointing with my hand, but you probably couldn't see. This is the before starting the battle.
Spears ready.
How you should place your armies. Don't watch me. I usually place them very
Spearmen ready for
stupidly,
battle.
but like you can't choose who you watch, right? I'm just going to choose them place them by the side and my cavalry to the side. As you can see, this arrow shows where my reinforcements are coming. They're coming. Nope, this ain't a river, and they're coming through this way, so they might meet the enemies before we meet them, but it doesn't matter. So, starting the battle. This is
This morning I prayed to the god.
This is the battle overview. So you have your army, and you have these: the escape button, the chat button, the toggle war button, and the Twitch broadcasting button, which I'm not using because I'm using OSP. You have the outside from here you have the toggle cinematic mode. You can select any soldier and toggle it like this, and watch it as it's fighting or charging or something. And now every soldier has everything this part until this icon here. Everybody has the toggle unit speed, the toggle melee mode, or if you are hard to toggle out shooting mode, missile mode, halt, the group control buttons, the formations, and the withdraw button. Now, because I've selected my general has some other buttons, like because he's a horseman, he has the toggle mount and dismount button, the intimidation, so he can intimidate the enemies, the war cry, which reduces single enemy morale for a short time, the enemies, and because he is cavalry, he can make the diamond shape. The levies can shoot, so the levies have this toggle fire at will button, or not fire at will. If you toggle fire at will, whenever enemy gets in range, it will shoot. if you don't toggle fire at will, you have to select whoever you want for it to shoot. Then you have the spearmen don't have anything special, and now the slave slingers have fire at will, but they also have skirmish mode. Now skirmish mode, when an enemy gets too close, the slingers or some other missile troops that have skirmish mode will flee and retreat a few yards, so it won't get attacked directly. But the levy doesn't have that capability, because the levy usually the levy has other weapons that it can fight in close contact. So this is what you have to know. And now you have the speeds. This is pause, slow motion, play. This is normal speed, forward, and fast forward. And then you have the toggle tactical mode. I don't usually play in this, but if you have a very large army, you can try playing in this. I might try later, but I don't know. It's cool, I don't know. I've not tried it yet. Anywho, let's begin the battle. I'm going to start fast forward because the army is very far away and I'll have to wait a long time.
Enemy reinforcements
and this
approaching.
video can't be 5 million minutes long. So my reinforcements have come here, so they're at danger from being attacked by these two groups. So I'm just going to march them like this, and going to put toggle unit speed, so they'll travel more fast. So these are hoplites, the noble hoplites. The general Ananias, I'm going to call him Ananias because I don't care, has another toggle, hoplite wall. The unit moves into close wall formation, which gives them great deal of defense. When we're going to train a lot of hoplites, and we can create a big hoplite wall that almost nobody can breach. You'll see. But right now we have a lot of only spearmen, so it's not very effective. Let's go double time, triple time actually. Their armies are advancing to our position. When the first people start firing, I'm going to toggle normal time. As you can see, they're not very strong. Like now. Now, I stopped it. And I'm going to start attacking. This is their general. He has cavalry. Penis, I mean. As you can see, he's eager, he's fresh, he's moving fast because he wants to attack my archers. But well, there are two units now trying to stop that. I'm going to attack with some of my spearmen right here, and I'm going to attack some of them in the back, whoever I can reach. And now, toggle them.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
As you can see, they're complete moron and just march their cavalry in spears. So I'm going to rush my cavalry in their archers. Double time, as you can see, they're literally. What are you doing? See, they're charging against these archers.
Our general is under attack.
You can see they're just hitting us with arrows or spears or whatever they are. We're going to stop it right now. We're going to march our soldiers out of there because they might just get trampled by the spears. But as you can see, even if we're leaving, we're doing damage to them. We're killing some of them, which just made them a little bit weaker.
The enemy general is dead.
The enemy general is dead! Double time.
Slingers! Not to a melee! Warriors ready! No!
Their troops are losing a lot of...
Hack them down! The battle is turning in our favor.
The battle is turning in our favor. So we're just going to do this. Diamond shape. As you can see, my... You can see they did quick work of their spearmen. Because first I had a lot more, and second I had archers to protect them. Cavalry.
Melee warriors!
They might just kill my general, that's why I'm doing this.
Spearmen ready for battle! Run, curse ya! Warriors, move out! Hilarious cavalry! Spears! Vertical! Our horses love blood! Move, Jackal riders! Forward! Slingers! We will pierce their horns! Move it! Our spears are yours! Forward! Hoplite!
Potatoes.
Lariat cavalry!
As they get bogged down, I'm marching with my cavalry to destroy these archers, because it's very, very hard to actually kill archers with infantry units. And I should actually be doing this. I don't know why I'm not.
Cut them down! Orders!
Anywho, you see they're fleeing
Cavalry!
before my cavalry even gets there. So, come on, what are you doing? March, of course. So we just won. I said we'd win, and we're going to end battle. You can continue and kill as much of them as possible, but I don't see the need because we almost killed all of them. And as you can see, we killed 900 of them and only lost 300 of ours. Of course, there can't be a battle without any casualties of our side. Here is even the definition of what a skirmish mode is. Troops avoiding getting in melee by keeping their distance from the enemy. there we go. Decisive victory. And we are not going to enslave or do anything, we're just going to release the captives because they're Illyrians
Your next command?
in one way or another. Yes, we do know there is still famine. Settlement captured, Dominion. Now we can have three choices. We can occupy it, we can sack it, or we can raise it. We're going to occupy it because
Warriors
it's our
all!
first city. Mardulis. Dungeon Man has a wealth of experience and continues to hone his abilities. So because we took the city, the level was raised of our general. So Imperium, your power knows no bounds. You can now maintain additional armies, fleets, and agents, and issue more provincial edicts. Number of forces that can be filled, so we can have 4 armies, but we only have 2 now. We can have 2 fleets, we only have 1. Now we can get a spy, a dignitary, and a champion. And we can enact 1 edict. Now, you can enact an edict only when you have the whole province. So we have to take Yadara, but that will follow soon. Accept. Now, faction has been destroyed. The Daorsi, because we killed all of their armies and we took all of their provinces. And now we have our first city, Dalminio. Because we made a fisherman's hut. We took 6 food and now we have 5 food to use. This is the food surplus, and our troops will slowly replenish, and we can maintain more buildings and more structures. So they have built a warrior's lodge. A warrior's lodge gives us wealth, moral units, and army recruitment capacity. I said some buildings have some special effects, and this is one of them. I don't see any of them giving you some special troops, so I'm going just to make them a meeting ground. Yes. And I'm going to recruit some soldiers here because they have enough soldiers. I'm going to recruit some
For the tribe! Death in battle! There is no finer ending!
And I'm going to be waiting to do this for the hoplites, but we'll have to occupy them with those things. To take Yadara will be very, very hard because there are a lot of soldiers, but we'll see. I'm going to end the stream and the video here, and we'll take Yadara next episode. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much. Bye.